Hey, my name is Raymond Cisneros. I am a recent graduate of devCodeCamp, and my project is called Clip. Clip is a solution to a problem that I felt has always existed in web browsing software bookmarking. I always thought that it could probably do more for the user, and I also used to put together bookmark collections myself that I always wanted to share with other people. So this is what I put together. So when you come to my homepage here, you have our login screen. And I actually integrated it with the Google API so that you can just log in and it caches in from your browser. Now, when you log in for the first time, it might ask you for permissions and everything like that. But since mine's already cached, it just brought me straight in. So after you log in, you're at the Clip homepage. And when you scroll down, there's only a few things here. What it asks you for is what you're interested in. And there's two buttons, My Snippets and My Collections. And collections are just like what they sound. They are collections of links or collections of snippets. And you can take an interesting link or a page online and put it with other like pages. So when you go to your collections, you see a very simple create button along with the collections that you've created in the past. So I created a collection of podcast links that I thought were really great and that other people might find useful. But for the sake of the presentation, I also created a collection called Milwaukee Music. Now, if we come to Milwaukee Music, it's actually empty right now. So, for Milwaukee Music, what we can do is a couple things. We can think of a couple things in Milwaukee, venues, or maybe even festivals that might do well to be in that collection. So we can come to My Snippets here, back at the home page. And you can see it actually keeps track of all of the snippets that you've created in the past. But you can also manually create it here by entering a URL, a description, and then you can actually attach it to the collection of your choice. And here we have Milwaukee Music. But this doesn't really do too much for the user since they don't want to come to the page every single time they find a good link, copy and paste, and then create. So what I did is I created a Google Chrome extension to accompany the application. So if I come over here, I have a tab already open about Summerfest, which is a big festival here in Milwaukee. And so this seems like a pretty great thing to add to my Milwaukee Music collection. So what I can do is I can go up to my extension up here, and I can do Clip This Page. So now what it does is it authenticates real quick to make sure you're logged in, and then it asks for a description. And we can say Summerfest. And then we can actually add that to the collection that we created a little bit ago. And then we can click Create. And what it does is it tells us our snippet is saved. So we can head back over here. We can go back and we can make sure that everything worked out pretty well. So what we're going to do is scroll down. Let's find our Milwaukee Music here at the bottom. And here is our Summerfest link in there. And we can click on it, and it'll take us there to the page where we're just at. We can go back. When you have a collection, I wanted Clip to be able to add sort of a social aspect to it. So when you come to the homepage of Clip, below the What Are You Interested In section, there's something called Most Saved Collections. Most Saved Collections are the collections that are made public. Even if you're not logged in, you can come and see this sort of front page of collections that people have created. And these come from different accounts. And when you create a collection, you can actually choose to make it public. So on the front page, we see C# collection is the #1 post. And it's there because it's actually the one that's been saved the most by other users. Every time this loads, it just queries the database, finds the ones that are most saved, and by there, puts them in order. Now, our collection here, we could say Milwaukee Music is looking pretty good. Let's say we add some more to it later. But let's say we actually want to make this a public thing. So what we do is we'll hit Publish. And if we go to our home page here, we will find Milwaukee Music here in the bottom corner. And if we save it, it actually creates a duplicate for our own sake, so it might not help us out too much. But we can see on the home page that its position has changed. So this project is built in ASP.NET MVC5, and it also has another application, the Chrome extension, which is built in JavaScript. And getting these two things to actually communicate with one another was probably the biggest challenge. What, as you noticed, is when you actually bookmark something, it grabs the URL for you, and it also grabs the image of the page, which is something that was important to me. So I had a great time putting this project together. All in all, it took me about 10 days, and I'm actually in the process of putting it out there for everyone to use, so keep your eyes peeled, and thanks for watching.